Hi everybody, let me know if the sound works. So today I wanted to continue working on the new Hearthling death system, where when Hearthlings die, or when Hearthlings go to 0 health, they no longer get immediately turned into a gravestone. But what actually happens is they'll go into an incapacitated state where they'll fall on the ground and they'll need one of your townspeople to rescue them. So let's see if we can actually get that to happen here. I think this test may have too many people. Yeah, they're never gonna die with that many footmen on the job. Let's just do 3. Hi Feast Ryan. Hi 8-Bit Crab. Hi Experience Bar. Hi Cookies PvP. Hi Jester. Alright. See. They get hit, and this is all like temporary assets and all of that stuff that's happening right now. We're gonna have like better icons and better animations at the end of this. So look at him chase her. She's like, ah! And then eventually one of them will fall to 0 health. Dead guy. Ah! So that's what happens when people die, when people go to 0 health now. They go into the state where they are incapacitated, and someone needs to help them. I'm actually waiting for some of my code to check in real quick, and that code will actually have a little bit more stuff that I've done in the meantime, because what we want is for you to be able to have a button here that specifically says, I want to rescue this Hearthling. So enemies, on the other hand, will still die naturally. So if you set like his health to 0, he's just poofs. He's gone. So while I check on my code being checked in, everybody watch them all fall to the ground one more time. This is a distraction. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. So, my code's been checked in, so now I need to pull. Whee! Fabricator component. What did I? Wow. Okay, that's not even a change at all. And I can get rid of combat test, and I will pull and wait for remote and blah blah blah. And then we will see some of the stuff that I've been working on recently. Hi, Linda. Hi, Chibikuro Neko 13. Hi, the Timo. So let's look at. I think I have a death test, or is it incapacitate test? Yo, what test did I add? I forgot. I added a test that was like, I definitely added a test. Death test. Okay. I definitely added death test. I am restarting you. Sublime text. There it is. Alright. So, that's actually kind of morbid. It's more like, this test just has a farmer that falls over. God. So you see she now has an incapacitated buff, and she also has this rescue button, which I've used to use the undeploy button. So it's like, yeah, someone come over here and pick her up. Jester says, this is pretty brave trying to add this in the stream. So many things this could go wrong. Yes, just a little bit. So one of the things that could be easy to do is for us to add a little timer over their heads that displays how long you have to rescue them before they die permanently. The new thing that was added is an expendable resource called Guts. For those of you that do not know, you can add your own expendable resource via, via modding into the game if you wanted to. So expendable resources could be like mana if you wanted a caster class, or energy or something like that if you know World of Warcraft and rogues, or rage for warriors, all sorts of things. And the reason they're not attributes is because an attribute is something you can modify through a buff or something like that that says your max health is increased by blah, but your health is related to max health, but it's not max health, right? Like the concepts are different. So for example, health is actually linked to max health if you want to look at the definition of a base human. No, it's a mob. All mobs have health. Yes, so the way you define health is health is resource, the minimum value is 0, and the maximum value is linked to the max health attribute. Jester says, can you stockpile unconscious Hearthlings? I think the intent is to carry them back into a bed, or to put them next to a fire pit if there is a fire pit. Hi, Cat's Faith. So yeah, they have this rescue action added to them, and then if you make them not incapacitated, the way you make them not incapacitated is you set their guts to the max value of guts, which is currently 24, so we set guts 24, and now she wakes up, right? And the command is gone, and she has 1 health, I think. 2 health, because she's recovering. So that's how that works, and then if we set her health 0 again, she'll fall over again. And she'll have this action again. So that's what's implemented so far. Chester says there's so many ways this could go wrong. Thanks for the faith, buddy. Alright, so what I want to do is not that Windows Store. I want to look at the File Explorer. Jester says, would you be able to use bandages on unconscious Hearthlings? I think the answer would actually be no. We would want to have a different thing to wake them up. And it should take a good amount of time. I think Richard wrote a document on this. Where is my document? Is Confluence? Confluence. Alright. I need to do some weird logging in thing. Stonehearth? So Confluence is our shared, everybody, it's like a wiki for internal people. So here's Stonehearth design docs, here's Hearthling death. So when a Hearthling reaches 0 XP, they enter an incapacitated state. Hearthling falls over on their face. We need something above their head that indicates that they're gonna die eventually. Once a Hearthling is incapacitated, they're no longer a valid target for attack by AI, and they will remain immobile on the ground. Jester says, smelling salts? Yeah, I did think about smelling salts, actually. I think smelling salts would be super cool. I actually don't know what smelling salts are made out of. ammonia inhalants. What are they made out of? Ammonia gas is toxic in large concentrations. Smelling salts ingredients. It is ammonium carbonate. How to make? How to make smelling salts. Add sea salt, stir salts together. Essential oil blend. Oh no, this is not that type of salt. This is not like wake people up salt. This is like aromatherapy salts. Alright, well, I'm sure we can think of something. Reaver Dark says, will level 6 cleric be able to recover or say have some kind of resurrect if they don't get to Hearthling in time? I think that is still up in the air as to whether we will ever have like a resurrection if a Hearthling dies in battle, like actually dies and forms into a tombstone. The intent of the current design is to make it so that it's harder for them to die, like you have a way to recover from it, so that we wouldn't have to have like necromancy or even a holy version of rebirth in the game. So that's the intent, at least. In the meantime, I think it would be fairly okay for us to work on the hearts images. That so heart empty, yeah. So this is the hearts. No, go back. Heart to white. The Timo says, make it use D&D rules. You have to drop 1k gold to get a true resurrection. That would actually be hilarious if we actually did charge you gold for it. Like, I would do that. So the idea that Richard had was that instead of having a white heart, we would have an empty heart. And this one would like tick down the background instead. So that instead of this being white, it would actually be this black background. So what I'm gonna do is gonna merge these layers real quick, copy paste it. I did it wrong. So Photoshop. I don't know. I think Allie has a way that she likes to work in Photoshop, which means I'm usually very confused when I try to use Photoshop because I use all the default settings. I'm not very good at like making it my own. So here's the hearts copy. We're gonna select refine edge. No, it's not what I want. What if we added a... What if we selected this and then we masked it? Inverse. Let's feather this. Nope, too much feather. It's probably okay. Still not what I wanted. Inverse. Okay. So now I want to rasterize this. Actually, no, I wanted it the other way around. Yep, I wanted it the other way around. Dang it. Okay. So we get rid of these. Then we inverse it. And we do that. Okay. If I'm sorry, this is probably very difficult to follow, but there's a method to the madness somewhere. So this is what I want it to look like if this person's basically gonna die. Like, the heart's empty, you're gonna die. Right? And then on the inside it will like tick down. So that means instead of these white things, I want to copy this guy and paste it into the white. Okay, there we go. Nope. Don't do that. I deleted a... No, it's because it won't let me step backward. Okay, so that one's fine. This one we'll have to delete, paste. Okay, good. That's working. Delete, paste. Delete, paste. Delete, paste. Delete, paste. I'm doing it! Delete, paste. Sorry. Delete, paste. Okay, there we go. So I want to incrementally, yes. All right, that looks good. I think I don't actually want, I want like a brush, and I want like a 3. I want to just go in. Oh no, that's painting on the thing. Okay. Okay. That looks good enough for what I want to, for all intents and purposes. Jester says, will goblins loot bodies? Probably not, as I would hope that this would be a friendly game. But yeah, I would hope. I would say no for now, because that seems a little bit morbid. Okay, so now we need to save all of these. So instead of, what did I name hearts here? So like heart 0 to 8, 8, 8. Okay, so hearts white, hearts empty. Okay, so 0, 8, 1, 8, 2, 8 versus full. Heart white is 0, 8, 1, 8. Okay. Full. Okay, and then the full will look like this. So here Heart's empty, so this will be a PNG. Actually, let's just copy all of these. Materials, that's heart. Let's go here. Open file location. Hearts. Copy. And then in the empty, we paste them. So that way we can know what this should look like. And then we will just replace them. So here, view, big. Okay, so this is actually the full. So we'll save it as the full. And then this one is an 8th out. So this will be 8 out of 8. Hearts 8, 8. 7, 8. 7, 8. This will be 3/4, which will be 6, 8. D, 6, 8. 5, 8. And then here's the half. 4, 8. I will look at chat after I finish saving all of these, because I am afraid that I will lose my train of thought if I don't finish these now. I'm very one-track minded. Okay, there we go. The Timo says I work with programmers. Seeing them trying to do stuff in Photoshop makes me want to grab the mouse away and do it for them. Oh man, come on, it's not that terrible. I think. Alright, so Heart's empty. It's a folder with a bunch of files in it, which is good. What I want to do is I had a script that would generate all of the files, all of the hearts for me, because I got so this will be a heart empty. And I have the generate health sections, static. I think this is correct, so go to scripts, materials, generate health sections. Okay. Alright, here's 0 through 1. I generate the... Did I not generate the statics? Okay, let's generate only the statics. I did this. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's too many. So let's generate only the statics first. And the reason we need statics is so we can show a heart without it animating. Let's go to the file folders again, then Stonehearth data mods, Stonehearth data materials, no, horde materials, thoughts, health, hearts empty. What? Where did all the hearts empty stuff go? I think I accidentally deleted all of my work. Oh jeez. I think I accidentally did a cut without doing a paste and now I deleted all of it. Oh, great. Okay, well, let's see what people are saying. 8-bit crab. Will enemies be able to capture unconscious Hearthlings? There's no way around to save them. I think the enemies will just leave you around for now. And then leave you to kind of eventually turn into a tombstone. The Timo says, I want a class that can make sleep darts so I can kidnap invaders and put them in cages. So I have to do this again, but it's not too bad because it wasn't that bad, it was just tedious the first time. So we just copy this, paste it here, file, save as, heart's empty, G, so this is the 0. Okay, this is the 1. This is the 2. If only I remembered my settings, I wouldn't have to do this all the time. This is the 3. This is the half. Almost done. 6. Okay, I'm just gonna save it this time. I need to view the extension. Just gonna save this file real quick. Okay, stage. Add in the heart PNGs. The team asks, have you stopped by recently to see the advancement of Crater City? I have not, unfortunately. I will need to do that soon. I've been... unfortunately... not hanging around the streaming scene as much as I would like recently. Effects. Thoughts? Thoughts. Health. Player health. I need one more, which is empty heart. So this is the empty hearts. NPC health, static and changing. Okay, so this one needs to, we need to have both a static and a changing. static. New folder. Changing. So here's all the static ones that we need. Pull them there. And now go back to our script and change them all to be like that. And generate them again. And now we have the changing ones. So the reason why I do this is because there's a lot of files to make. Okay. So now we go to Expendable Resources, Effect Definitions. So, and then we copy this health portion. Right, so that's the health portion. And we only want the default. And we want to change this thoughts from NPC health to empty heart. So we replace NPC health with, let me select this. Empty heart. And then this health will actually be guts, because guts is the, not like trailing guts, but like, you know, guts and glory, like, no, not even guts. You know, like you feel something in your gut, like you have it's kind of like a courageousness. So let's run it and see if it'll actually display. Oh, game crashed. That's not good. Why did the game crash? Fatal memory. Hard. PNG 6 of 8. Heart empty. No data loaded. Data not found. So this is actually good because, or the game should not crash when this happens. So this is a bug that I should fix, but I can't fix it on stream because compiling anything will crash the stream machine. So I will just make a note of it. Stonehearth as in they're tough/brave, they've got guts. Yes, exactly. Heart empty. Okay, so it wanted me to use heart empty instead of whatever it is I put it under. Where did I put it under? Health, thoughts, data, hoard, materials, thoughts, health, heart empty. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Oh man, no, it's gonna, okay, well, it's heart's empty. And this one says empty heart, so I should probably actually rename this as well. Heart's empty. And then everything in here needs to go away, and I need to regenerate all of these, but thankfully the generator code is heart's empty. Heart's empty. The generator code is fairly easy to redo. So here's all of the changing ones. We'll go back here. Changing. And here's the static. So we'll go back here and we'll generate just the static ones. It's just the static ones. Okay. And then in our resource definitions, instead of empty heart, it'll be hearts empty. It's good to be consistent anyway. Let's run the game again. Charisma 73 says, like grit. Yeah, maybe we should like call it grit instead. There it is. Okay. So yeah, guts will tick down every hour. So over time, she will lose guts. You're just gonna have to believe me. I can make this go faster actually. So here's loop. Loop incapacitate action is the actual timer for it. So we can just make this like every 15 minutes. Just see what it looks like and make sure the guts rendering is ticking down. Is it ticking down? Yep. Okay, there it is. At some point it'll go to... There it is. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't like it that it does that, but alright. So there we have a... Whoa. What happened? Okay, there we go. There we have a visualizer of how long they have to live. Set guts 23. There it is. And now she's alive again. There we go. Or conscious. So we want to undo this. Should still be taken down every hour. And we want to discard these changes. Discard. And then stage all of these new effects. Stage new effects for guts, aka empty heart icon. Okay, so next, what do we want to work on next? Let's look at our document. So the Hearthling will be in a recovery state. Oh, once the timer is full, the Hearthling revives at half health. Alright, well. I guess we should set their health to 50%. And how would you get the modify health, expendable resources component? Is there a way we can grab the max value? Get value, destroy. Get value limit. Nope. Okay. So actually what we want to say is get max value, resource name, which will return this. Alright, so because this is a private function, and I don't actually want people to call this, I would just want to expose it as a public variable instead. And so here we do local expendable resource component get max value of health. Max health. And then we want to modify it to be max health divided by 2. Math ceiling. Sure, we'll give you a little. We'll round up. Epic Crab says, in hard mode, will Hearthlings still just poof to keep hard mode hard? I think we would still want to, we could play with it. I think hard mode is pretty hard right now. And there's probably lots of other things we can do. I am not sure what we will do in that case, but we probably need to like test it out. Everything needs a new balancing pass, basically. How's your willpower? Your willpower is alright. Huh, why did this increase without the number increasing? That's weird. Okay, there it is. Sandura says, what if instead of just poofing or reviving, special potions would have to be made? Yeah, I definitely, like, the poofing there is not actually the correct thing to do. What we actually want to do is, like, if your health goes to 0, right? We actually want, that's just for, like, testing purposes. What we actually want to do is for you to, like, say, like, hey, someone come and rescue this Hearthling, and then another Hearthling will come, like, if I, add a citizen. And this person will come and take it, and then pick up this person, maybe in like a little princess carry, and then we'll like take this person and put them into a bed. So like if I teleport them here, right, and then the herbalist will come and like administer smelling salts every hour, and then this person will be slightly less unconscious until they're fully conscious again. Headspace says Earthling rugs. Yeah, I don't want them to be walked over. But yeah, those are my thoughts over it. Like once they're in the bed, then they'll be like recovering from incapacitation while someone like tries to help them out. So those are my thoughts on it. Still not sure how to get them to be picked up yet. That's gonna be a whole other thing because they're gonna have to be picked. Like we've never had one Hearthling pick up another one. So what is that even gonna look like? Jester says that's almost in a bed. Almost. Yeah, the little flaggy thing doesn't want me to be. Nope. Nope. That's not happening. Nope. What if I rotated him? Her. There we go. And this is, there we go. Yeah, like that. So that's that one. So it'll look something like that, and then you'll get an herbalist, right? So you know, promote to, and then maybe you'll make one of these things that's like smelling salts. That's a tonic, and then you'll come over here like once an hour, administer smelling salts. It'll increase this person's guts by a little bit. Yeah, actually, I want to see if your energy, stamina, energy, healing tonic. Do I have a healing tonic? Jester says, will goblins attack Hearthlings in bed? Are you talking about healthy Hearthlings or incapacitated Hearthlings? Since they don't attack incapacitated Hearthlings at all, then they probably won't attack them while they're in bed. Linda says the critter still runs around her. Pet squirrel. It is a pet squirrel. Alright, we could make some smelling salts. Let's see if, Hearthlings that are recovering can be treated by an herbalist to cause bulk increases incapacitating. Temporary using healing tonics and bandages. Ah, okay, so healing tonics and bandages are what we would want to be able to treat an incapacitated Hearthling. Cinderia says, are we certain goblins won't attack the incapacitated character? Well, let's check it out. So, here's what it looks like if you go to combat test. And you get rid of some of the equipment. Bruno Supremo says, I think the energy tonic would be fine for it. I think maybe, but that would give double meaning to the energy tonic. Only for this special case. But maybe. We could maybe add a potion as an equipment so that you can be like, yeah, have potion here, and then if your health falls below a certain amount, you would always immediately use the potion. So yeah, look, so they've stopped attacking these people. Get that person. Okay, and then they're done. Right, so they don't attack anything anymore. Yep. Whether this is realistic or not, I'm not sure. We could theoretically have a system where they continue to beat people up, but we could also just be like, you know, goblins aren't heartless. They just beat people up until they're senseless and then leave. Yeah, or something like that, where the goblins are like, dead already, I'm good. Goblins aren't very smart. Look at that one. That one's like, eh. That one's picking its ears, see? They're not very smart. So, let's see. What else can I work on stream that won't like break immediately as soon as I try it? So you can mark these people for pickup. And then preferably someone from your town will actually pick them up. We do have ideas for how to make the herbalist cooler. Community bed, her site. Those goblins are still adorable. I mean, they're just very greedy, gold-loving guys. You know, they attack you, but attacking you is mostly just to take your stuff. Huh. There's still a follow path? What are you trying to do? Yep, they're just running the same effect over and over again. I guess we never cleared, whose path is this? Oh, what's she trying to do? Run to start conversation. Alright. I do feel that run to start conversation. We should check that the target is not is not in some kind of an AI action that is... Like, you shouldn't try to talk to someone who's incapacitated. Charisma 73 says, why aren't the goblins attacking her now, though? Well, let's take a look. This UI is busted. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Well, what buffs does she have? I need to look at her buff component. Buffs. So she's just injured. And then what about these people? Oh, these people probably still view her as being not the correct score because she used to have a buff that told them, no, don't attack this person. But once that buff gets removed, we don't consider her again. Alright, like if we made her go far away and then made her go close. Oh, no, this world is too small for that. So this is like a problem with our targeting system in general, actually. Radiant Linda says, waking up from incapacitation probably needs to tell the fine target observer that something has changed. Yeah, but it's telling everyone else that is changed, right? Which is the same problem we had with your site sensor stuff. With the subscribing to events. Where it like you're listening on yourself that something has changed, but we probably also need to listen for when target becomes incapacitated, but it has to be a global event because it's not that you are becoming incapacitated, it's that something in the world has become incapacitated. So yeah, now if I like set guts 24, he's gonna be like, oh my god, these people. But then if we teleport over here and we teleport him back in, then they're gonna attack him again. It's because he went out of their sight sensors and came back in. But what we could do is we could listen on like self dot non entity non-threatening buff changed. We could do this and listen on just Stonehearth and be like, Stonehearth combat non-threatening changed. On entity non-threatening status changed. Right, so then we have like the subscribe, unsubscribe, and the unsubscribe will have to be like if blah, then destroy. Always destroy your listeners. And then we can make shed. No rule to make shed. Oh, because hi, Hyrule Symbol. We're working on people becoming incapacitated instead of actually dying immediately. So there's the non-threatening buff, which we can open the folder of. And let's look at something else that has a script. So here's the script aura. Non-threatening. So it has a script. If we go to the aura, nope, not. We can add an aura to the or we can add a script to the non-threatening buff, which will be file non-threatening .lua, right? And then this one, we'll do a new file here, buff aura buff. This will be, we don't actually want this much stuff in it, we just want a non-threatening buff, so non-threatening buff, place all, and then we'll want to save this as non-threatening buff. We just need a on added and on removed. So where we are added, we'll do a trigger event. We'll probably want to do trigger event async. Trigger async. Here it is. Rated events trigger async. We'll want to trigger async on Stonehearth because then it'll be like a global buff. It'll be a global event. Is there a thing called Stonehearth entities? Nope. I'm trying to figure out what's the best naming convention for this. Stonehearth entities. Non-threatening changed. And then we'll do entity equals blah. And this will just be an event. This is the parameters to the event. So that when we implement this function here, we can do local entity equals args.entity, if entity and entity is valid, then we should do uncensored targets changed. So we should check if our aggro table contains us. If aggro table contains entity, update target score for the entity. Entity get ID. Entity and then check for target. Alright, let's see if this works. So, goblins still die normally. They poof. But for these Hearthlings here, oh hey, look at that! They didn't kill him. He ran away in time. But now he's like, oh god. But now if I set his guts 24, now he'll be attacked again. Gone. Attacked again. So there we go. He's crying because his health is low. Okay, so there, we fixed that bug. Cool, and all it took was a bunch of stuff. So debug tools I changed because otherwise for those of you that like to mod, I made some changes. So one of them is that you'll want to in the main manifest of your mods The name here should match the name in debug tools, and then we'll probably want to do like a display name. Debug tools manifest. Right, like so this one has to match. It's unfortunate, but it's part of my new thing. So Stonehearth debug tools. But the good news about this is that you can now, instead of doing hot loading of a mod, do a hot load of a manifest. So as you can see, Rise Children is now a single mod. It is no longer separated into Rise Children and Rise Children UI. And the way Rise Children loads the UI stuff is you can apply a manifest directly. So here it says apply this manifest if you're Rise Children, the Rise Children UI manifest. And if you go to Rise Children UI, there's a manifest in here, which has all of these overrides and all of that other stuff. And this also allows us to do desert animals, because the desert animals are actually a manifest override of the temperate animals. So if you go to desert.json, there's now a manifest that is applied if you chose to have the desert. And so if you look at the desert manifest, when this is applied, it will mix into the shepherd pasture a desert pasture, and the desert pasture changes the icon. We now have sandy poyos. So here I will show you all what I mean. Rise Children build test. So in the desert now, if you have a shepherd, the shepherd's poyo coop will have the desert poyo. We call them sandy poyos. And when the shepherd goes and tries to get desert animals, they will look like this. But if you look at if you inspect it, it will just be a normal poyo. The model though is still Poyo Red. What I did was I overrode Poyo Red to be the Sandy Poyo version. You could do it any number of ways. This is just the one that I chose for now, so that existing Poyos will now look like the Desert Poyos. So if you load up an old game, it'll look like this. Another way you can do it is to completely change the Poyo file. So here, the Sandy Poyo JSON file, actually all it does is it says Poyos are now called Sandy Poyo, so any Poyo in the game will now be called Sandy Poyo. Quails. So in that way, foxes in the desert are also look different. They're still called red fox though, which leads me to believe that maybe we would want to actually, yeah, see, now they're fennec foxes. Reproduce. Grow. There's a Sandy Poyo hatchling, which is less red. Yeah, and so because this is a model replacement, you can get a trapper. So let's see if I can just promote to trapper. I can get a trapper in the desert. And the trapper's red foxes will now automatically turn into fennec foxes. Oh, that's a rabbit. We don't have different rabbits. Let's see if we can get a finnick. Nope, it's raccoon. Desert animal. There's less animals to catch in the desert. Ah, squirrel. It's very easy to get squirrels. There's another rabbit. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a finnick fox. This is like the longest way to see this ever. Are we gonna get a fennec fox? Yes, the baby sandy poyos are super cute. We also have desert variations of a good number of other animals now. So, for example, the desert varanus looks different. Oh, sorry, it's not varanus. It's alligator skin, or it's the Stonehearth monsters forest alligator. Oh, please let it be daytime soon, so I can show off the forest alligator. Amber's Monk says, will there be desert colored squirrels? That is up to Allie. So I think a lot of these are like, not getting any foxes. Well, anyway, here's the varanus in the desert. There should be fennec foxes that show up, but maybe I've tuned their show up rate to be too low. So, for example, I have mixed into desert to have different trapping grounds than normal. Jag2637 says, I just wanted to let you know I'm really enjoying Alpha 19. I love the Township Gold Quest for the desert race now. Yay! That is very good to hear. I know Allie and Linda worked very hard on those quests. I love the new statues. They're so cool. Have you all seen the final versions of them? What do you call them? Are they called statues? No, that's the Ascendancy one. What's the Riot's Children one called? Where's my Potter? Oh, that's right, they're manually unlocked, aren't they? What are they called? Thanks, Shred. Oh, monuments. There we go. Yeah. Exotic trade. Monkey shrine. Yeah. So let's look at all the different monuments. Monument. Oh, that's an effect. Monument. They look super pretty at night. I like this one because it's got so much fire. Here's the monkey statue, the little glitters, and then the coals. I'm still not sure why we're not seeing any foxes being captured. Maybe I really tuned them down too much. Let me look at track and bounce. Nope, they have the exact same weights. I don't know why they wouldn't show up. Yeah, I really love these monuments. So pretty. So much fire! I like fire. Alright, well, that will be it for me today. Thank you very much for hanging out. And, why am I unable to select anything anymore? What did I do? Wow. I must have done something with the debug tools. Yep. Spoilers! Alright. So yeah, these are now in Alpha 19 if you want to play Rise Children and get these statues to unlock Tier 2. The desert color variations of animals is in the works for Alpha 20. And they're super cute. I love these Poyos. There's 3 different colors of them. Set time. Yeah, there's like tan ones and like these slightly bluish ones too. Poyos! Alright, that's it for me tonight. Have a good rest of the day, everyone. Thank you for watching. I will catch you all on the discourse and on streams next week. Bye!